Reality for the real. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Talking about the Iowa caucus. Nikki Haley coming in third. She was supposed to finish strong. I thought she'll be a second, but she came in third behind Ron DeSantis and of course Trump. Get her views on it. Commentate off it.
So turning to New Hampshire after President Trump's win in Iowa, including our next guest who calls this now a two-person race, wasted no time getting to the Granite State. It's there now, live in Concord, New Hampshire, presidential hopeful Nikki Haley. Governor, great to see you. Last night you came in third. Overall, you got roughly 21,000 plus votes, 19% of the vote. Ron DeSantis got 21% of the vote. Why do you think it's a two-person race?
Well, I think, first of all, look at where we started. I mean, when we started, there were 14 people in the race. We had 2% in the polls, and we came out with a strong showing. That's what we wanted in Iowa. Now we're in New Hampshire. You can look at the polls in New Hampshire. We're a stone's throw away from Donald Trump, and so we're going to continue to work really hard. We've been here for 11 months. We've done over 75 town halls. We have been in Red Arrow Diner before, and so we're going to continue to talk to people, but we know that that gave us the strength coming out of Iowa. We're going to get even stronger.
That's one thing I can respect about Vivek. Like, it's not even about conceding and basically bowing down to Trump. It's about paying attention to the polls. And every poll I see, Trump is going stupid. Trump is way ahead. Like, you got to conform with reality. For real, like Nikki policies, I mean, as far as her trying to charm this war machine and be hard-nosed against everybody, well, they say she's in cahoots with all the defense companies. I don't know how much that's true, but I mean, her rhetoric and words made me think that it got to be some facts behind it.
Stronger in New Hampshire, going to South Carolina.
So you said New Hampshire's going to fix what Iowa did. How does New Hampshire fix it?
Well, Brian, that was a joke. I mean, you know that. I don't take politics as seriously as sometimes you guys do. We were having a joke there, but what I can tell you is Iowa was very good to us. But now New Hampshire is going to go and continue what's happening and set the tone as it goes to my sweet home state of South Carolina. This is the process. This is what I love. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, but we couldn't be more excited about the energy we have on the ground here in New Hampshire and the send-off that Iowa gave us. We're happy.
Right. You did come on late. They had you up in the last Des Moines Register poll in second, but you ended up in third. Nikki, right now, Elise Stefanik yesterday came out, fellow Republican, says, calling on all the other candidates to drop out. What do you say to Elise Stefanik?
Well, I respect Elise Stefanik, but I will say that you've got 70% of Americans don't want to see a Trump-Biden rematch. The majority of Americans disapprove of both Trump and Biden. If you look at the fact that both Trump and Biden put us trillions of dollars in debt that our kids are never going to forgive them for, and you look at the fact that they are still focused on the past, whether it's investigations, whether it's grievances, we need a new generational conservative leader. That's what Americans want. That's what they're yearning for. They don't want to continue to deal with all the negativity and baggage of the past. They want to start seeing solutions so that we get things done on the economy, on education, on the border once and for all, on law and order, and on making sure that we prevent war. That's the biggest focus we have. That's what Granite Staters are talking about.
I don't know about that. Like I said, she's a straight warmonger. From what I get out of her speeches and the different debates that she's been on, all she talks about is being tough and not coming to a resolution, a peaceful resolution. So I think she's just talking right now.
That's what we're going to continue to talk about.
I know last night in your remarks, it seems to me, and you have some supporters there, it seems to me last night you were very tough on, much more direct about Trump and Biden, saying we had two 80-year-olds, it's time to turn the page, the American public doesn't want these two. Was that intentional to be tougher after Iowa?
I can't tell. America definitely voting for them too well. Biden got all the Democratic primaries counseled, so But as far as Trump, I can't tell. For real, like.
I think, look, I've always spoken in hard truths. And so you had 14 candidates. And as we did, we were trying to get ourselves out there, make sure people knew what we were for, my record as governor, my record as ambassador. Now that we've come out of it, look, I mean, you look at any poll here in New Hampshire, Donald Trump and I are a stone's throw away. And so we have an opportunity to really make a difference here and continue to follow what the American people want. The truth is, we don't want any more 80-year-olds in D.C. We don't want to go and hear about any more investigations. We're done with that. Everybody wants to see new, fresh leadership.
That ain't what the polls suggest. That ain't what Iowa suggests. That's what I'm saying. Like, just keep it real. Going that route to my, oh man, we don't want two 80-year-olds. But why the poll ain't saying that? Why people ain't showing that in the polls when they show up? Man, Trump just blew out all their ass. What is she talking about? This don't make no sense. Like, for real, I think they believe they could just lie in our face and we don't see the results. Well, like I say, not the people in Iowa, they don't think that. They obviously don't give a damn that he going on 80. What the hell is she talking about?
They don't want all this division. They don't want the hatred. They just want sanity. And they want government to work for them again. They're tired of working for government. And so that's what we're going to try and do. This isn't personal for me. It's never been personal for me. This is about making sure that my kids don't live like this. No parent feels good about how their kids are coming up. You look at houses. The average home buyer in America is 49 years old. The American dream is getting away from us. You look at young Americans, they're worried about getting a job. They're worried about being able to afford a home. They see the debt that Trump and Biden put them in, and they're worried about how they're going to pay for it.
Always watch somebody that trying to overtalk. The man trying to ask her a question and she's overtalking. Man, listen to the man and see what the hell he talking about. Trying to talk loud and fast, that's not the president that I want. I want you to listen to the people.
To them to get this right.
Well, as you know, a lot of that debt came after the pandemic with former president. But, Governor, I got to ask you, I know you weren't watching the coverage because you told me you had to get right to New Hampshire, but listen to what Joy Reid said of the reason why you lost last night or came in third. Listen.
The elephant in the room, she's still a brown lady that's got to try to win in a party that is deeply anti-immigrant. It's still a challenge. I don't see how she becomes the nominee of that party with Donald Trump still around. I can't picture it happening. Maybe it could happen.
Joy Reid, the most famous race baiter. No bullshit. Like, the shit this lady say is ridiculous. For real, like, and that's why I say, man, we fall for it every time. All we want is feel-good stories. That's all black people want. We just want feel-good stories. We just want somebody to make us feel like we're on a pedestal higher than anybody else. That's how I feel. I mean, you will look in the comments and, oh, you go, girl. Oh, you told the truth. And what the hell truth she told? What did she say that was so magnificent that made her comment rise above all else? What has she said besides, oh man, the white man's against us, oh man, this invisible entity? Notice how they never call out the Pacific entities. Notice how they always talk about people on their level, political opponents on their level. They never call out these so-called phantom entities. Why? Why not? Well, they lacing your pockets. You work on a major network, so is Illuminati running that? Is Illuminati paying you?
DeSantis' only argument for staying in it is he's the white guy, that he can still make the appeal to white people.
Do you agree with her interpretation of the results?
First of all, Joy Reid lives in a different America than I do. Yes, I'm a brown girl that grew up in a small rural town in South Carolina who became the first female minority governor in history, who became a UN ambassador, and who is now running for president. If that's not the American dream, I don't know what is. You can sit there and give me all the reasons why you think I can't do this. I will continue to defy everybody on why we can do this, and we will get it done.
Are you a racist party? Are you involved in a racist party?
No. We're we're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that today is better than yesterday. Are we perfect?
I don't know about that now. I don't know about that, Nikki. Now, are we living in a racial divide world now where I think the liberals try to proliferate and keep that spirit up? But as far as this country never being racist, like, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Now, have we come a long ways? Of course we came a long ways. But to say that this country never, live on racial divine, like, let's stop it. Let's stop it, We came a long ways. I'm not gonna say I can't say we done crossed the hump, got over the hump, but at the same time, you still have different divines and not obstacles, but you still have different, what have you, what not, that can be corrected. But does everybody have an equal opportunity from the time they're out of the womb to the time they go to the grave? I think so. What's stopping you? You got people on YouTube that's blowing up and getting paid tremendous money.
No, but our goal is to always make sure we try and be more perfect every day that we can. I know I faced racism when I was growing up, but I can tell you today is a lot better than it was then. Our goal is to lift up everybody, not go and divide people on race or gender or party or anything.
That's what I'm saying. When they make those type of claims, I would like to know when it happened, why it happened, and what happened. Saying that, oh man, I faced racism growing up. Okay, anybody can say that shit. White people can say that, especially now. So it's kind of like, man, you won't get specific about what happened, but you faced it, and we just supposed to believe it.
Else. We've had enough of that in America. That's why I'm so passionate about doing this. I don't want my kids growing up where they're sitting there thinking that they're disadvantaged because of a color or a gender. I want them to know that if they work hard, they can do and be anything they want to be in America. I saw it the United.
All right, that's the end of the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Another reaction from Reality for the Real. I'll get back with you.